how to send Google Meet video call links to Google Form respondents automatically. So here I am going to show you whenever your customer books an appointment via Google Form, how you can automatically schedule a link into the Google Meet software and how you can send the same meeting link over his WhatsApp number along with all appointment details. Yes, you can completely automate your appointment booking process. You just need to set an automation in between these applications, and after that, every time someone is going to fill the form, you can automatically schedule a meeting and you can even send the same meeting link automatically without doing anything manually. Want to learn how you can set this automation for yourself? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So this is my Google form, and I want every time someone is going to book an online appointment via this form, a meeting link should be scheduled automatically into the Google Meeting software, and it should automatically get sent on WhatsApp without doing anything manually. And I'm going to do that by connecting my WhatsApp application, Google Meet application, and of course the Google Form application with the help of an integration and automation software, Pabbly Connect, via which you can connect multiple applications and automate your task. Okay, you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks every month in your account to test these kinds of amazing automation. I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I am clicking on sign in, and then I have clicked on access now, and this is how I have reached to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. After reaching here, you will have to click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and simply provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. When Google Forms is submitted, schedule Google Meet and send on WhatsApp. Okay, so let's say I'm keeping this particular name, and let me first correct the spelling here also. Okay, so it should be WhatsApp only. Now I will be clicking on create, and you will find two boxes in front of you. These are actually trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say, send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever the form is submitted into the Google Forms application, automatically schedule a meeting into the Google Meet application, and then automatically send a WhatsApp message via WhatsApp Cloud API application. Okay, so this is how you need to select the applications in which you are building an automation, and here I am building an automation in between Google Forms, Google Meet and WhatsApp Cloud API application. So that is why I have selected the first application as Google Forms, and I want as soon as the new response is received into my form, this automation should start trigger. So that is why I have selected this particular trigger event. And the idea here is we are going to connect our Google Forms with the Pabbly Connect so that we can capture the responses here into the Pabbly Connect, and then we are going to send the same data to different applications. Okay, so how I am going to do that? Basically with the help of this webhook URL. Okay, so you will have to follow these instructions one by one in order to connect your Google Forms with Pabbly Connect, and you can even read the instructions here that it is actually waiting for the webhook response. Okay, so I will first go to my Google Forms, and here I will be clicking on the responses section, and I am going to open this spreadsheet which is associated with this particular form, and I am going to build the connection in between my Google Forms and Pabbly Connect with the help of this spreadsheet. Okay, let me maximize it so that you can see the data very clearly. All right, I hope it is visible to you now. Okay, now you will have to click on this extension, then click on add-on, then click on get add-on, and here you will have to search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Okay, I'll be searching for the same in front of you, Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Okay, so here we have the add-on, and which is already installed into my account, but make sure when you are building the connection for the first time, time you will have to install this add-on, because you will have to open this add-on once again, and here you will find your add-on after the installation. Now you will have to open this initial setup box, and when you will open this box, it will ask you to provide the webhook URL and the trigger column. Well, it is asking the same webhook URL which you have received via Pabbly Connect. So I am going to copy this URL and I will be pasting the same URL here into this particular field. Okay, so I have deleted the existing one and it is asking for the trigger column, for which you will have to read the instructions. So the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So basically the system is asking that on the filling of which particular column the automation should start trigger, or the data should be sent to the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I want that whenever the data is filled up to G column, this automation should trigger. So that is why I am providing this G column. Okay, if I will be clicking on send test, you will see that it will show that no data found in row 2, because currently we do not have any data, we do not have any responses to send to the Pabbly Connect. So firstly, as per the instructions, I am going to make a dummy submission into my form. Okay, you can even read the instructions, log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission and record, so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So basically it is asking to do a test submission or record, and here the test submission means making of a new response, and here that is why I am going to open my form and I will make a dummy submission. Basically I am going to book an appointment with the doctor with dummy details. Okay, so here it is asking for the full name. So how about I add a random name, something like the demo user only. Okay, assume that, and it is asking for the number, so I'm going to provide a dummy number right now, okay, in front of you, but don't worry, I will replace this number when I'm about to send the WhatsApp number, because I will show you how the messages can be sent in real. Okay, asking for the email address, so again I am going to provide the dummy email address only, which I have already provided. Finally I am going to provide the date and timing of the meeting. So here, how about I schedule the meeting for the 13th of January, and the timing will be, let's say I provide the timing something like the 9 a.m. okay, so here I will add 9:00 a.m. okay, now I will be submitting the form and you will see the same data will be added here, because this particular spreadsheet is associated with that particular form. Okay, so let me first delete that existing row. Okay, why this contact number has been not fetched up? Okay, so I think this was the previous column, this data is actually of the previous form which I have not deleted. So let me first delete the same. All right, so I have deleted this particular value, and finally we have the full name, the number, the email address, the preferred date and time. Okay, and now when I am going to check the Pabbly Connect dashboard, I hope the response has already received. No, the response has not received yet, because we have not done the proper settings, because we have not the data earlier when we have clicked on the send test button. Okay, but right now we have the data. So again I am going to copy the webhook URL. All right, so I have copied the same, going to paste the same, and here I will provide the data. I will provide the column as the F, because this time I have the last column, data entry column, as F. I'll be clicking on send test button, and here you will see this test data sent successfully. All right, now when I'm going to check the data, you will see the response has already received. If I'm going to check the details one by one, it is the same phone number, the trigger column is same, that's timestamp, basically the time when the form has been submitted. Here we have the sheet ID, we have the row index, we even have the preferred date and time, the full name, the email address and the consultation time preference. Okay, how about I cross check once again that how many fields I had into my form. So I have 1 2 3, all right, and 4 5. I had 5 fields here, and let me cross check here also, clicking on submit, and you will see the set setup will be configured successfully, and I have 1 2 3 4 5. All right, so I have all the data. Finally, the presence of this data clearly shows that the first step of our automation of our integration is done, which was connecting the form with the Pabbly Connect and capturing the data here. Now we want to schedule the meeting with this particular person on this particular date and time. Okay, so I want to schedule the meeting into the Google Meet software, so that is why my next application will be, of course, the Google Meet only. And now I am going to connect the Google Meet software with the Pabbly Connect, just like I have connected my Google Forms with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, you'll have to click on this add a new connection and simply provide the access of your Google Meet software. Well, I have earlier provided the access, so how about I go with the existing connections only, which are actually saved into the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking to select the calendar. So basically my Google Meet will be scheduled into the Google Calendar. Let me even show you. Let me open my Google Calendar. All right, so I have opened it, and whatever the calendars are available into my account have started visible here, and I'm going to select that specific Google Calendar in which I would like to save, in which I would like to schedule my meetings. And if I will show you the previous meeting, okay, so here you can clearly see that it has the Google Meet video link, and this is how we are also going to schedule the meeting into the Google Calendar on the preferred date and time, from where you can actually join the meeting anytime, basically on the preferred date and time. Okay, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and you can read the instructions. It will only include calendars that support Google Meet meetings. Well, my calendar actually supports the Google Meetings, so I'll go with the same. And here we have the several calendars, and I'm going to select this Pabbly only. And where do we have the Pabbly? And yes, we have the Pabbly calendar. Let me deselect other data, okay, other calendars basically. Now it is asking for the summary and the description. So how about I provide something as the new online appointment with Mr. or Mrs., or how about I directly provide the name of the person, and from where I will get the name of the person. Well, I already have received the data, basically the name and email address of the person, and I don't need to manually copy and paste the data here. Okay, I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple in Pabbly Connect. If you will click on this particular field, you will find the above data, the same data here in the drop down, and you just need to select that particular data, and this is how it will be mapped. Basically the values will be mapped, and whatever the values you're going to map here will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in the real time, and whatever the values you are going to add manually, it will remain same. Okay, so next time, let's say a dummy user is about to submit the form, so how, or maybe the test user is about to submit the form, so how this line will be reframed: new online appointment with the test user. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to work, and this is why the mapping is important. All right, now it is asking for the description, so I am going to copy and paste the same line only, and instead of mapping the email address, instead of mapping the name of the person, this time I will map the email address. Well, you can even directly search for the values here, so I have searched it with the help of the @. Okay, new online appointment with admin@pabblytudes.com. It is asking for the start and the end date. Okay, so I have the start date basically as the, let me check, 13th of January 2023, and timing as the 9 a.m. But it is asking the date and time in a specific format, basically into the UTC format. An example for the same has already given. Okay, so I'm going to firstly convert my existing date and time which I have received from my Google form into the UTC format, and then I'm going to provide the same to the Google Meet. Okay, so how I am going to do that? So firstly, you will have to click on this plus icon before this Google Meet software, basically before this Google Meet action step. And here I'm going to search for the date and time formatter feature, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can perform several operations inside your date. And here I would like to format the date with the time zone, so that is why I am going to select this particular action event. Now after you click on connect, you will see it will be immediately connected, and first thing it is asking as enter date to be format. So I want to format the date which I have received from my Google form response. Okay, so how about I map both of the data all together? Okay, basically I'm going to map it from this drop down, and here I have the date. So I'm going to search for the date here, and here we have the date as this, that is 13th of January 2023. Now I will provide a space, and then I will provide the timing, basically the consultation time preference. Okay, now I will have to cross check this particular date and time format with this from format. Okay, so currently I have the format as the DDMMYYYY, hours, minutes and seconds. So I'll have to check whether I have the same format in this from format or not. Okay, so the date is starting with the DDMMYY, so I have the values as DDMMYY. Okay, I have this DDMMYY here, and hours, minutes and second, but the problem here is we also have this AM and PM at the last, but currently the timing I'm providing here is not consisting of the AM and PM. So what I can do is I can actually change the format of my date and time, or here I just require to change the timing here. Okay, so how I can do that? I can actually change the format of timing into the spreadsheet, and then I am going to recapture this data into the Pabbly Connect here, and then I am going to map the new data. Okay, so how I am going to do that? Firstly, you will have to click on this recapture webhook response button, and then we are going to change the format of our timing. Okay, so click on this particular column, go to the format section, here go to the format, here go to the number section, and here you will find the option of custom date and time, and from here exactly you can actually custom your date and time. So I just want to make sure that here the hours should be there, the minutes should be there, the seconds should be there, and along with that I also want this AM and PM. So yes, I have provided the same. Now if I click on this apply button, you will see how it will provide the data. So currently I have the hours, minutes, seconds, AM and PM value as well. Okay, now I am going to I'm going to open this extension section, and I am going to send this data once again. All right, so I have opened the initial setup option, clicking on send test, and you will see that the same data will be sent once again to the Pabbly Connect. And yes, and I'll have to wait for the response, and yes, the response has been arrived. And here you can see I have the updated timing, and the date is actually the same. Now I'll have to map this data. For that I'll have to refresh this automation so that I can map the new data from here. So firstly, how about I save this particular step? Okay, so I'm going to save this particular step, and then I am going to map the new timings, the new data. Okay, so let me delete this timing, and here I am going to map the new timing with the AM value, and now I have the format as the DDMMYY, a space, and then hours, minutes, seconds, and this AM and PM. Okay, let me search for the same, and yes, we have this DDMMYY, hours, minutes and seconds, and this AM and PM. All right, so I have mapped this from format. The to format, well, it should be the same as per the given instructions, and in the instructions it has provided the value as, it has clearly defined that it should be actually into the UTC format, basically into this TNZ format. Okay, so you will have to go up, and here you will have to search for the DNZ format. So here is that TNZ format, and the two time zones should be also the UTC only. Now I will be clicking on this button. Okay, I'll have to change this from time zone as well. It should be actually the Asia Kolkata. Okay, firstly click on this refresh button. Okay, let me search for the Asia/Kolkata. All right, so here we have the Indian timing, and into the two time zone I have provided this ETC and UTC. Clicking on this button, save and send test request button, and here you will see the response has been received. We have 13th of January 2023. And why this timing is different? The current timing is 3:30 and the timing which we have provided was actually the 9 am, because the timing which we have fetched is actually in the form of UTC only. Okay, so if you are going to add plus 5:30 hours in this 3:30, you will actually get the 9 am only. Okay, I can even show you into the time calculator. So let me open a time calculator, a random time calculator, and here I am going to add the same timing, which is 3:30. Okay, so here I will add 03:30 and again the 00, and here since this particular value is into the UTC format, so here I am going to add the plus 5:30. Okay, plus 5:30 and again 00. Calculate it and you will see how it will provide you the 9. Okay, so this timing is actually equal to this timing only. You will have to consider that. Okay, don't get confused, the format is different. And why we are doing that? Because Google Meet is asking for this particular value. Okay, so now we have the start date, but from where we are going to add this end date? Well, what we can assume that being a doctor, I am going to make an appointment. I am going to take an appointment for at least of 1 hour. Okay, so what I can do is I can add plus 1 hour in this existing timing, and then I'm going to add that new date into the end field. Okay, and again it is very simple with Pabbly Connect. You will have to click on this plus icon again before this Google Meet step and search for the date and time formatter feature once again. Okay, and this time instead of selecting this format date with the time zone, I will be selecting the action event as add or subtract the timing. Okay, so I have added the same, and if you will click on this connect button, it will be connected, and simply provide the date and the expression here. So I have the date to be formatted as the previous date, okay, which I have just received from the date and time formatter feature. Here we have this data I have mapped in, and I just want to add 1 hour extra into this particular existing timing, for which I am going to copy this particular format, and here instead of 8 hour I will replace the value as 1, and instead of hours I have changed it to the hour. Okay, and into the to format and from format, well, of course it will be T and Z only. Okay, so, well, currently I have the format as T and Z. Yes, I have the T and Z format only. So here we have the format as T and Z into the from format, and here we have into the to format, that is T and Z again. Okay, clicking on this button, save and send test request, and this time we have received the timing as the 4:30. Okay, and again don't worry, it is actually into the UTC format, so that is why it is showing in 4:30. But when you are going to schedule the meeting into the Google Calendar, into the Google Meet software, the timing will be actually same as your form submitter is going to provide, as your a user is going to submit. Okay, finally I will be providing the start date and date here. Okay, for that I'll have to refresh this automation once again. Well, I do not need to refresh it, we already have received this data. So into this end date I'm going to provide this value as the 4:30. Okay, so I am providing the data. Alright, so I have mapped the end date, and from here only I'm going to map the start date. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, but before that I'll have to provide the attendee email also. So where is the email of the person who has booked an appointment? Alright, and asking for the request ID as well. So you will have to enter the random unique ID for this request. Well, nothing could be better than this email ID, because this is unique as well, this is random as well. Searching for the email address once again. Now Finally, I'm going to click on this button, save and send test request, and you will see the response has been arrived. Now I will go to my Google Calendar and will check whether the meeting has been scheduled on this particular date and time or not. All right, I will open Google Calendar, and here you can see on the 13th of January, this meeting has been scheduled, and the timings are actually perfect, the 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., not that 3:30 and the 4:30. The date is also same, the description is also same. If I'm going to copy and search here, and here you can see it is the same description which we have provided into our Google Meet step. All right, here you can see, and from this particular button now you can join your meeting, and your meeting has been scheduled into your Google Calendar. Okay, you can join the meeting anytime, basically on the preferred date and time from this Google Calendar only. Okay, now we are going to send the same meeting link to the same person on the WhatsApp as well, so that they can join this particular meeting on the preferred date and time. So how I'm going to do that? You will have to click on this plus icon once again and search for the WhatsApp Cloud API. Okay, it is an official API of WhatsApp which Facebook has launched, and for sending the WhatsApp messages to the customer, I'm going to make use of this application only. And an action event, I will go with the send template message. Well, what is this send template message all about? I will tell you later in the video only. But before I made any connections with Pabbly Connect, firstly I'm going to take you to the dashboard of WhatsApp Cloud API, and then I will show you how you can reach out to the WhatsApp Cloud API and start sending the WhatsApp messages. So in order to reach to the website of the WhatsApp Cloud API, you will have to type developers.facebook.com in your browser and press enter. And once you will reach out here, you will have to firstly create your account, and then you will have to log in. After creating an account, you will have to click on this my app section. I'm already logged in into the software, so that is why I have reached here directly. Okay, so after creating an account, you will have to perform two things. Firstly, create an app. Well, I already have created several apps, so that is why I'm not going to create the app from the scratch. But after creating an account, you will have to firstly create an app and generate a permanent token, because when you are going to connect your WhatsApp Cloud API with Pabbly Connect, it will ask you for the permanent token which you will have to generate initially. You can either visit this particular link, or I have also attached a separate video into my description box, so you can watch those videos, read everything about it, and once you have created an app and generate a permanent token, then you will have to open your application which you have created. I have created this My Connect message app, so I am going to click on that particular application. Now in the left side you will find an option of WhatsApp. Click on getting started, and here exactly we will find all these details. So basically it is asking for the token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. So here we have the phone number ID, copy it, and here I am going to paste the same. Okay, and further we have the WhatsApp business account ID as well. Again I am going to copy and paste the same, and it is asking for the token. Well, as I have told you earlier, that you will have to provide the permanent token which you are going to generate by watching the video or by following these instructions. Okay, but here in this particular video I am going to use this temporary access token only, because I am creating this automation just to show you how you can do these kinds of automation. So I will go with the temporary access token only, and this will expire in 23 hours because it is temporary. Okay, so I have provided all the details, and this is how you can also reach to the website of WhatsApp Cloud API, get all these details, and this is how you can connect your WhatsApp Cloud API account with Pabbly Connect. Now the very first thing it is asking to select is the template name. So whatever the templates are available into your account, into your WhatsApp Cloud API account, are visible here. So if you will go to this particular section under this step 2, if you will actually find a hyperlink here. You will have to click on that particular thing, and this is how you can reach out to the message template section of WhatsApp Cloud API. So here let me tell you, whenever you want to send WhatsApp messages to your customer, to your people, to your user, firstly you will have to create a template, get it approved via Facebook, then only you can start the conversation with the customers. Okay, I have already created several templates and lot of them are approved, a few of them are even rejected. Okay, so how you can create a template, again the separate video is available on our channel. You can actually visit that particular thing, but here in this particular case, let me show you which template I have created for sending the appointment confirmation messages. Okay, so I have the template name as meeting detail. I'm going to open that template. Okay, and here I have selected the language as the English. I have not included any header because it is optional, but just in case, if you want to attach any text along with your header, any media, and in media also you will get 3 options. So just in case, if you want to attach any image, video, document along with your header, you can also choose the same. And in the body text, you can see I have created the message from here only, and you can see the preview of this message from the right hand side. Okay, and you must be thinking that what are these numbers which I have kept within the curly braces. So basically these are the variables which I have added from this particular button, and whatever the values I have kept in the form of variable, these values will be replaced automatically when this automation is going to work in the real time. So let's say I want the name of the customer should replace automatically. I want these particular value, basically the appointment details, the date and the time, the meeting link, these values should be automatically replaced. So that is why I have provided it in the form of variable, and the footer and buttons were also optional, so I have not added any. But in case you want to attach anything, you can actually watch the video from our YouTube channel. We have done lot of video on the same. Alright, after providing all the details, make sure that you also provide the dummy data, the sample content, basically the content what will appear in place of this variable. You just need to tell the system via the sample content. Okay, and after providing all these details, you can submit your template for the review from this particular button. Okay, so I'm going to copy the name of this template and will take you directly to the Pabbly Connect, and here I will search for the same template name, and as soon as I am going to select this template, you will see the below fields will be replaced automatically, will be changed automatically as soon as I'm going to select this. And here you can see I have selected the template name as the meeting link, and here we have the body field 1 2 3 4 5, and these are the same content which we have added in as a variable. Okay, we just need to provide the values in place of these fields. Okay, and this is how this automation is going to work. This is how the values will come in place of those variables. Okay, so leave this language code and select the template ID as it is, asking for the recipient mobile number. So I'm going to map the number from the Google form response, and currently I'm mapping this dummy number only, but don't worry, I will replace this number with the genuine one when I'm going to send the WhatsApp messages in the actual. Okay, and here you will have to notice that you'll have to provide the number in this particular format only, basically with the country code without plus sign. And what you can do is you can actually mention the same thing into your form as well, so that whenever someone is going to provide the number, they will provide the number in this particular format only. Okay, now it is asking for the body field 1 2 3 4 5. Well, these are the same body fields which we have kept as a variable into our message template. So let me show you my template. Here is my template. Let me first take it here, and here I have the body field 1 as the name of the customer. So here the name of the person should come. So again I'm going to map the name of the person from the Google Forms response only. Okay, so here we have the demo user asking for the body field 2, which is actually the type of the skin treatment. Okay, the type of the treatment. So how about I add something like the skin treatment only. Okay, so let me add the same. Okay, so I have added this thing also. Now moving further, asking for the body field 3 and 4, which is actually the date and timing of the meeting. Okay, so I'm going to provide the date and time not from here but from here, because the date and time, this particular date and time is not actually into the readable format. Okay, so that is why I'm going to map the date and timing from the Google Forms response. Okay, so here we have the preferred date and here we have the timing. Let me search search for the same. I remember the timing was actually of the 9 a.m. Alright, the last thing it is asking for the link of our meeting. Okay, so I have actually not show you that from where we are going to map the link. So if you will go up here, you will find the meeting link basically in the response of the Google Meet software. So here we have the Google Meet step, and if you will open the response of this particular step, you will find the meeting link as the Hangout link. Where is that link? Let me show you. Here we have the Hangout link as the meeting link, which I'm going to map here. Basically I want to send the same meeting link to the person on his WhatsApp, so that is why I am going to search for the same, and here I have mapped it successfully. Now I am going to click on this button, but before that let me first open my WhatsApp Cloud API, basically my WhatsApp web, and here I am going to delete the existing chat, and now I am going to replace this number with the actual WhatsApp number, basically my WhatsApp number. Alright, so I have provided the genuine number. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will see how the message will be arrived automatically on my WhatsApp web. And here you can see it is the same name of the person, the same thing, and here we have the same timing and date as well. Please join the meeting, and now your customer can also join the same meeting on this particular date and timing directly from his WhatsApp only. And this is how you can start automating your online appointment process. You just need to build this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that everything is work in the backend. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Sit back and relax. Alright, and after creating an automation inside Pabbly Connect, now onwards, whenever someone is going to book an appointment via Google Form, he or she will automatically receive a WhatsApp message something like this along with this Google Meet link. Alright, and in case you want to clone this whole workflow, in case you want to access this workflow which I have created in front of you into your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the shareable link of my workflow into my description box, from where you can directly click on this particular link, sign up for free in the Pabbly Connect, and this is how you can clone the same workflow into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. And if I have forgot to mention you one important thing, let me show you this once again, that if you want this automation to work in the real time, basically if you want that as soon as you are adding the new data here, the data should get sent automatically to the Pabbly Connect. For that you will have to enable this option, that is send on event. I'm repeating this again, do not forget to enable this particular option, otherwise the automation will not work in real time. Basically your Google Forms responses data will not get sent to the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is something important, and here I would like to give you one more very important tip, that whenever you are working with the Google Sheets or Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, make sure either you work on the incognito window or multiple Google accounts should not be logged in into your tab. Okay, I'm repeating this again, either work in the incognito window or do not log in into the multiple Gmail accounts at the same time, otherwise you will get an error, your data will not get sent automatically to the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is how you can create this automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.